Hi guys, I'm back. So I'm going to start with her first video of today, the 31st, and see what she has to say. Um, Skipping right over this one where she's eating, I don't know, is that Dairy Queen? And let's see what she has to complain about now. She's been wearing the same shirt for what, days? See, now, if she wouldn't have fucked up at her mom's house and said all those things after the fight, she could have had her clothes. But again, burning bridges. She, she's got to make everything about her. She's the victim. Everybody else is abusing her, attacking her. And now look at her. She's stuck in her car with no belongings, no toothbrush, no toothpaste, nowhere to go, nowhere to clean up. This is all her shit, all her fault. So let's hear what she has to say now.
It's approximately 6:30 in the morning on July 31st,
Sir, I was just getting up.
2022, and I wanted to relay that at least I had some conversation with someone, and she seemed to be very encouraging. She said she was going through the same thing about, having a man force himself upon someone. So the father of this child, all he wanted was to enjoy himself, not thinking about the repercussions of what was going to happen to me or to the child that I would carry if anything were to have happened, which it did. I knew to leave it to God because I knew that men are shady like that and they gaslight women, and I've been in that circumstance before. So I knew not to trust him fully. I think that it was, my way of trying to be selfless in that time, to understand that I didn't want to even file against him, and I even told him that after many weeks, and then I found out. So
Many weeks.
he had ample opportunity to own up to what he had done. He had ample opportunity to alter his frame of mind for what he had done and to be apologetic toward me, not realizing he placed me in danger throughout my entire pregnancy and placed me at a very high risk of self-destruction and stress, forcing me to engage with my family, and they're very toxic people, very abusive physically and psychologically, as well as emotionally draining. And I had gotten also messages from the YouTube and everything. They hide messages, just so you know. There are plenty of messages even on my community posts that I'm unable to delete because they don't allow me to see them. So they don't notify me and I do believe it's part of the government that tries to slander me and tries to defile my character. When they try to state that I've been receiving things, somebody made a stupid comment 5 hours prior to when I'd seen it, and I wasn't notified of it, of course, that they were giving me $250 weekly through PayPal, which is absurd because I've not received anything whatsoever like that. If I would have had a weekly allotment of $250, I would have placed it toward having a home, having a place to stay. But I don't have that. People act like they can get away with lying to everyone, and it's not true. I put my proofs out there. I'm literally, I had been given, the last time I'd received a donation was approximately 2 months ago, because they made sure to stop all of that. They made sure to slander me and defile my character and stop people from allowing them to send me funds. So I've been going without a lot of everything, from about 2 months ago, I received a $100 payment from someone, and she even retracted that payment, and they want me, my PayPal is in the negative 100, because she stated that she was just helping me and wanted to help the baby. But then, of course, and I hate this phrasing, Indian gave it, Indian giving back, wanted it back. So I tried to explain to PayPal, I didn't ask for that, I didn't request it. So the fact that she's saying that it's a false transaction, look at the conversation she offered. She said that it was a willing gift, and I had explained to PayPal a couple of times that I, wasn't seeking it, and that it was an offering. And
You're always seeking. You're always complaining you need money. Nobody's helping you. You don't have a place for this baby. So you're not quite asking, but you're making people feel bad. And you've got your shit all over your pages. And you're always saying, nobody's helping me. Nobody's giving me money for this baby. So, and she probably put the money out there, and then you probably did something stupid, and she thought, fuck you, I'm not giving you any money. I mean, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a victim again. Oh, wow, someone gave me $100, and then it was subtracted. Yeah, because you probably did something stupid. God, you're so fucking entitled.
I shouldn't be reprimanded for something that someone else did out of their kindness of their heart, but these people aren't kind. So, and those donations that I received are people that were higher up that managed to help afford for me during the time that I was traveling around, knowing that I was so naive to what they were going to do to me, placing me in jail. And like I said, if they do it again, then my life is over. I can't handle it. It's the cruelest thing that you could do to an innocent victim. And I will literally kill myself if I have to be incarcerated again. So, because I've never done anything that wrong in my life to receive such horrific treatment like that. And so when I was discussing too about like my finances, I haven't received any donations. I haven't actually received the money back from trying to get the hotels that I was trying to get. I had received $500 from YouTube for making my videos. That's what I made last month, and I had received it on the 21st of July. And I used that money because I thought it was going to be there for the hotels. Well, I did, and it said to book them it was going to be $0. So I called the hotels. They said they never received my, referrals or whatever they're called, the transaction. And I said, okay, fine. That's weird. Well, since it was $0, I didn't think anything of it. But then now they tried to they did charge me. I'm out $150 for one hotel where I made 3 reservations that never came through. And they're not returning the money. It's been well over a week, and I've not received that $150, $160, and then also that $175 from that one hotel that I wasn't able to stay at because it smelled like cigarette smoke, Holiday Inn Express.
That's not why you weren't able to stay. You got kicked out because you were screaming so fucking loud. And we all have video of that. You screaming, you got kicked out. Why should you get your money back?
So they gave me a penny back. That's all it says on my statement. There is no money back. They have not returned the money that they have stolen. So, and then the same thing when I made a reservation through Priceline, through like a Quinta or something like in North Little Rock. And I haven't received that $75 back. So here I was being patient under the presumption that it would end up being sent to my account. My account is negative $400 and something now that I have, I had even thought that my account was fine, and now they're trying to publish 2 transactions from a gas station. So I'm going to be out, let's see, another $60 right there just for having pulled out the money yesterday or the day prior, presuming that I was going to end up traveling outside of this area. So, I have no money. I don't understand why people keep trying to sway others into believing that I am rich or that I am, faking anything. And it's just the government operatives that are out to destroy me and slander me. I
No
understand
one
that.
thinks you're rich.
It's very sad and disheartening, and I will pray for you because you're sick. You're deranged individuals and you need psychological help. And you get off on people's pain and suffering, and that's very sad. I feel sorry for you. And if anybody wants to know more about my story, they know it's from YouTube, Love Notes for TLC. I am not fucking with you people. You really need to get your act together. I really don't give a shit about you personally, since you don't give a shit about me personally. You don't care about my personal needs and how, being removed from my daughter's life for 6 years, you don't understand any of that. So I hope and pray that you all get what you deserve, because that's exactly what you will deserve, is nothing but punishment as well. And I love you very much for trying to destroy me, because here I am with my smile still. And I'll keep praying for the father of this child as well, because he has no idea how much he has destroyed me and distorted me, and who he's truly fucked with.
Stop doing that.
Today's July 31st, 2022. Leticia Collins Servin. Have a great day, a great Sunday, everyone.
Oh, you look sad. You look sad.
It's later in the morning on July 31st, 2022. And everybody tried to talk shit about, like, me smoking weed during the pregnancy. All this other bullshit. When I was eating healthfully, I was exercising and doing my best. I had hope. I had optimism. But now what my child has gone through all the stress and through, that suicide attempt last week, he's innocent to your, the way that you've treated him. Like, you treated him like he was a criminal, just like me, because...
Okay, who treated him? Who put pills in their mouth? Did anybody out here or in internet land put pills in your mouth? Did anybody punch you in the stomach except you? Did anybody fuck up your life except you?
Because you didn't care that he was
You're a
incarcerated
piece of
with me.
shit.
You didn't care that he was put under so much stress, and the fact that my body wasn't absorbing the proper nutrients. And so I don't care anymore either. I realize that, your display of inhumanity toward him is exactly what he's going to get the rest of his life, because I spoke out against his military father. So, I'm good. I'm good. I realize now that eating McDonald's and being fat and disgusting and hiding from everyone is the best thing I can do to try to protect him. Because if you stand out in any way, that's when these predators come, these vultures, to pull you apart and see that you don't survive, see that you don't make it past, you don't succeed past a certain point. And that's fine with me. I really don't care. 8 months pregnant, that's your own karma, that's your own doing, that's, reaping what you sow. And the fact that I've been mistreated during this entire pregnancy says a lot about the humanity within the militia, the humanity within the government, and the lack thereof, actually. That's why I like to be facetious. I like to joke around and be myself when I can. But I'm not myself anymore. I'm whatever they've deemed me to be, which is a nuisance, which is someone that has evaded their bond, that has evaded their, hearing. And that's not true whatsoever. Even my psychologist knows where I was, understands that during that I was in ICU, so how could I have managed to make it into court that day? I couldn't. And it's not my doing that I had to turn around and try to kill myself, because I realized all the pain and suffering that you were inflicting upon this child anyway. Not my fault whatsoever.
Yes, it
So
is.
instead of just being chill and understanding that, there are states that understand and regulate medicinal marijuana for pregnant women,
What?
you guys have attacked me. You tried to slander my character. You tried to defile me, everything. But I'll just show you what you are. This type of shit, eating McDonald's every day. I said bean burrito in the one video. What I meant was breakfast burritos. Fuck yeah. They're so fucking toxic. That's all the nutrients I'm going to allot this child, because that's all you've allotted me is nothing but trash, nothing but homelessness, nothing.
When are you going to stop blaming everybody else for what you've done? When? Isn't it time you grew up, you spoiled little fucking brat?
Nothing worthwhile. Took me a few days to realize that. Took me a little bit to rationalize that I'm not wanted here. I'm not accepted here on this earth. And, it would just probably be best if I did try to kill myself again, because
Jesus
there
Christ.
is
Here we
no
go
other
again.
way of salvaging any of this. Not at all. I've gone so many days, so many nights alone, and I am not okay. I'm not a normal person. I need something or someone or some animal to comfort me, and I'm unable to access any comforts. This vehicle is one comfort, yes. Are you able to take it from me? No, you can't. I mean, legally, you can't. But then again, you go around that legal system constantly to harass me, and you're violating my constitutional rights. So I don't understand why you people are doing this. You're just going to fuck yourselves and your children and your grandchildren even worse. And it's not that I'm trying to curse anybody. Not at all. You're cursing yourselves. And that's actually pretty funny to me, because I don't even have to open my mouth. I don't even have to say these things aloud, and you're already fucking yourselves over. The same thing with my family. The same thing with any of those friends that I used to have, right? No, they were never there for me. They never came to my aid when I needed it. They weren't there when I was having my suicidal ideations. No one is there. My dogs were there, and you stole my dogs, and you aren't even able to use that signature viably, because you had me jacked up on so many medications. Yet I'm the one that's always being harassed because I'm in the right. That's what you don't understand. You're like, oh God, I can't believe some civilian could be in the right and we could be in the wrong for doing these deceptive and nefarious things. Yeah, you are in the wrong, and I'm just trying my best to keep it together, and I don't want to give birth to this child. I don't want him to touch this tainted earth or to breathe the toxic air that is here. He is much better off just dying with me, I don't
Fuck up.
understand why people think that I care about them anymore than you've cared about me. I've been seeking some type of, respectful, I don't know, I want to say barter, because I always use the word compensation. But I wish that there were some form of some form of some way I could live. I can't live off of this. I can't live off of measly pennies that I'm, scrounging for dollars out of my fucking purse. I can't live like this, It's all right though.
Why don't you stop being such a bitch? Why don't you stop attacking everybody and blaming everybody else for what you continue to do all the time? You know, maybe somebody would really want to help you. And, why don't you stop picking and choosing what you want? Like, She's just stupid. You feel sorry for yourself, you get a little bit down, you don't get your way, and you threaten suicide right away. You're stupid. You should be in jail. You should be locked up. And I hope the fuck they grab you before you do anything to yourself.
I know that I'm not worth it, although, I managed to catch you all in your lies, and
Eh,
I managed to even video it, and you guys don't like that. You're like, oh shit, she's right, these people that she's dealt with are incompetent. IQ level, look at emotional, stability. Yeah, in their daily lives, because they don't brush their teeth, because they eat McDonald's on a daily basis, no nutrition, no vitamins, and you're thinking that I was depleted. Excuse me, what? How many years? 2.5 years that I was so self-disciplined that I managed to get past a lot of these ailments. And then you wanted to make sure that you wanted to rip all that away by injecting me with whatever toxin this is. So, why do I have to live for something that I'm not going to have be a part of? That it makes no sense. Why would I work toward that? And I'm just thinking, I'm trying my best so he can go to CPS, because I'm sure as fuck not going to fucking deal with your nonsense repercussions of, oh, they say you've gotta, you gotta go to jail. No, bitch. No, bitch. Fuck you. He fucking raped me. I didn't ask for that shit. We discussed in our text messages up and down. Are you sure I'm gonna be okay? Are you alright? He was like, yeah. No, you're a fucking psychopath, because that's how you lure little girls into your fucking den and then you just molest them and shit. You're a fucking pervert. You need to burn in hell. July 31st, 2022, Leticia Collins Servin.
fucking nutcase. Fucking nutcase. You are. You're just fucking off the rails.
So what's your problem?
You?
Is it jealousy? Is it envy? Is it some type of just sick, sadistic, psychopathic urge to want to destroy others?
Yeah.
Is it that?
All the chumps.
Why do people lie? Why do I see videos of my family and I, and it's conveying some type of sick psychosis where it's like, it's so backward, your mentality, not understanding. And I feel so sorry, because your educational level must be at an all-time low. It must be that. Because if you don't see the proof of the situations, I've shown documentation, I've shown paperwork, I can even pull up snippets of, screenshots of my business accounts and everything to prove I have no money. Why would I sit around in the same dress for a fucking week, making videos in my goddamn car, random places, eating trash food now, when that is not something that I condoned at all when I was traveling for the last 2 years, 2.5. So the fact that my mental state is waning, and they want to drive me insane by trying to have these slander videos, these comments that say, oh, she's on Instagram, she's blah, blah, blah. Half of that is correct. The other half is to where this woman, and I've blocked her numerous times. I've blocked these accounts prior, mind you. These are all just the same trolls. The same, like I said, government operatives, because there's no way that YouTube would allow that type of harassment and violation to go on for this long. So the fact that I spoke out against the military, spoke out against the government in the way that I was healing myself through holistic means, and telling them, your pharmaceutical companies are what actually destroyed my life. If I could file lawsuits against everyone here in the United States about the Food and Drug Administration, about, the educational systems, about the medical systems and the psychiatric facilities where I was actually sexually abused by 2 of the orderlies. So I'm not sure what to tell you. I really don't. I keep track of everything. Everyone knows that. Even under these states of delirium due to the pharmaceuticals, they would prescribe me 90 10 milligram bars of Xanax monthly. And they thought that that was supposed to help heal me instead of getting my daughter back into my life, where they understood that would have been the only therapy, the only type of action that would have benefited me in the long run. Instead, they wanted it to be very short term because they wanted me to kill myself.
She's getting so boring. I mean, it's the same shit over and over and over. I gotta find somebody
They knew
else
I
to,
had suffered from suicidal ideation since
somebody
I was
else to
12.
react
They
to.
wanted me to
Somebody.
off myself. These people still want me to off myself, and that is actually my intention, because what's the point in staying here? My psychologist said, you shouldn't do that. You're worth, so much. Your story is worth so much. There's so many women that have gone through this. There's so many people that have been targeted by the government. They've been forced to have to deal with these things. And I tried to explain things through the electronics, through all these things, the funny situations. I said, quit playing with me, quit toying with me. I already know about this stuff. And plus they've made movies of this stuff that, conspiratory facts about that. But the documentation proves it, that you guys have been fucking with people, that there are actually experiments out there like the Tuskegee Project and all of these other things. And the submarine base that's in the middle of nowhere in, Idaho? Iowa? I can't remember. I don't really care. You guys are crazy. You do crazy things. There's underground tunnels. There's all these, hidden nonsense everywhere. All these secret codes. And because I pissed off the wrong person, you're trying to snuff me even fucking faster. Which is fine. No one gives a shit about this child. I don't give a shit about this child anymore. I stopped caring halfway through the pregnancy because there was no response from the father. There was absolutely no willingness for him to partake in this pregnancy. So this child means nothing to him and will never mean anything to him, because that's just it. Men don't have that understanding. You've got to refrain from doing everything. You've got to hold off. You've got to waste 9 months of your fucking life producing a healthy child for someone else to rip away from you. And it's none of my business, right? Especially because they rip our children away anyway to put them in, drafts and things like that. And it causes them to have all these mental problems when they come back. They're not even the same person because they've been under so much trauma and stress all at once. They'd never seen anything like it before and seen people ripped apart right in front of them. And I get that. I understand that. People think that I can't empathize. I fucking do. I know. I've seen things that I shouldn't have seen and wish I had done things that I had not done, or hadn't done things that I'd done. So, at some point, I just figure you're just gonna get your fucking karma. I don't understand why you keep harassing me. Why? What's the point? Like, I'm so much calmer than most people. That's why I capture these moments, because it's like, you're not really going to faze me. You understand that, right? I've wanted to die since before you because of my brother and my father and my mother and allowing it to happen, all the sexual abuse. I've been checked out for years, but I was just playing the game like everyone said, because they said some people gave me some hope. Some people gave me some optimism, but I tell everyone, and I want to coin this phrase, cynically optimistic. I've always been cynically optimistic at this point, because why would I not realize that the world is shit around me and I'm trying to struggle through to make something more positive out of this, and I can't seem to make any goddamn lemonade to save my fucking life with all the lemons you keep shoving down my fucking throat. So I feel like people don't understand me. I feel like I'm talking nonsense sometimes because people don't understand. They're not giving me back the things that are obviously unlawful. Like, you unlawfully stole my child as well. And I try to explain to people, whoa, where'd that signature come from? Hold on, there was no notary for anything involved. Hold on. What's going downtown, buddy? My mother was involved in all of that. Hold on. Have you known that she has gone into my doctor's visits with me and manipulated the situations to convey a portion of me that doesn't exist because she wanted to make sure that none of her secrets got out there?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Same thing with the government.
You are so delusional.
So odd. Why do I get these random shots all the fucking time? Why do I get all this nonsense happening to me? Is it because I was just not care. I just didn't care. Like, I knew you were doing it. I just didn't care. Why would I speak up until there was another soul involved? You know? And I'm thinking, and my daughters as well, but nobody wants to understand any of that, so fuck it. My kids don't mean shit to you. I don't mean shit to you. Fuck it. Why do I care? Why do I sit there and bother to question what you're doing to the citizens here when in actuality you don't care? So it's not none of my business. None of my business. You guys toy with whomever you want to toy with, and I just say I'll pray for you.
Stop
Today
doing
is
that.
July
You're fucking
31st,
nothing.
2022. Leticia Collins sermon.
God, shut
I
the
hope
fuck.
everyone's having a blessed fucking Sunday because honestly, we're all fucking doomed. We're all fucked in some way or another. Everything's been tracked and traced, and throughout the generations as well. We're all cursed. We're all cursed to have to walk this earth. It's all toxic and tainted. It's hilarious when
Are
you
you
think
done?
that you're better than everyone else and trying to manipulate their reality. That's why I capture everything. Are you
Oh, yeah.
insane? You need some psychological help.
Yeah.
And maybe some fucking timeouts with some fucking padded walls. And your hands tied to the bed. Karma.
She's so fucking delusional. Okay, those are her thingies. I wonder what those are. I should ask him for help right there. Okay, if you make reservations at a lot of these places and you don't cancel, don't they take that money anyway? I don't know. Something's wrong with her. Something. Well, there it is. I gotta find someone else or something else to do, some other kind of things because she's so boring. It's the same shit over and over and over. And I'll just start watching her and see if there's something exciting that happens, something different, and then I'll react to her. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to. Uh, I don't do Rev anymore. Shanny and Rev. Shanny's boring. She just plays game. Rev put a strike on my channel, and for some reason, I didn't fight it. I just let it run out, and I haven't fucked with him since. um, so I don't fuck with him. Been watching not Foodie Beauty, but what's his name? Natter. And shit, I understand he's being abusive to Dee Dee. So I might start watching that and doing him. And go back to the that vegan teacher and see what she's doing a little nutty. I don't know. I'll find something to do. In the meantime, guys, I'm going to bed. Again, I'm tired. I'm going to find out where that spider went so it doesn't crawl on me at night. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Okay, and meanwhile, unless she does something different, I'm giving her a break. I'm getting sick of her. And I will see you. Bye now.